Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Doug Air.
Number 2.
My name is Doug Air.
Number 3.
My name is Doug Air.
Okay, panel, it's up to you to locate the real Douglas Air, and here is his story, if you'd like to read along with me. I, Doug Air, am the best overall wheelchair athlete in the world. At the age of 18, while working as a lifeguard, I was injured during a rescue attempt and left paralyzed. What had been a promising career in sports was seemingly over. When my rehabilitation began, I could barely lift 1-pound wrist weights. Now I can raise more than 400 pounds over my head. In 1984, I represented America in the Summer Olympics. After I broke 2 world records and won 3 gold medals, my picture was put on the box of Wheaties, the breakfast of champions. This year, I served as a United States delegate to Russia, where I worked with injured veterans of the Afghanistan war to help them overcome their disabilities. Signed, Doug Air. Okay, guys, good luck, contestants, and the real Doug Air. Let's start the questioning with Ron Mazak.
Well, I salute you, whoever you are, sir. Number 3, during the rescue, I don't want to bring up a sad point in your life, but what caused the paralysis in a lifeguard rescue?
Well, I was lifeguarding, and there was a boy screaming for help. And I dove off of a lifeguard stand, and I hit my head on the bottom of a shallow pool, and that's what caused it.
Number 2, what's the toughest thing they get across to these veterans that you work with in to overcome their disabilities? What's the hardest thing for them to overcome?
Well, the USSR is far behind the United States in taking care of the handicapped, or as I like to say, the physically challenged. And that there is hope, and to be patient, and it's better to be a participant in life than an onlooker.
Number 1, what sport?
Sorry, time's up, Cindy.
Number 3, because you lift weights, has the upper part of your body grown thicker and more muscular than the bottom part of your body?
Yes, it has.
Number 2, what's the first thing that went through your mind when you realized your career was over? Or did you know instantly that you were going to pick yourself up?
No, to be honest with you, I was suicidal at the beginning.
Number 1, what was it that that finally turned the corner for you when you decided to pick yourself up?
I realized that I couldn't change what happened, and I had to deal with the present.
Sorry, Lynn Swan.
Number 3, what promising sports career did you leave behind because of the paralysis?
I want to be a professional football player.
Oh, okay. Very promising. I love those careers. Number 1, you say you lift over 400 pounds over your head. What lift?
It's a bench press.
It's a bench press. Okay. Number 2, how long now have you been paralyzed?
12 years.
12 years. Okay. Number 2, what was the most difficult thing you had to deal with in getting back your strength?
Well, starting with I used to bench press 250 pounds before the accident, and then being able to do 1 pound was pretty frustrating.
So the mental aspect of it.
Betty?
Number 3, do you speak Russian?
No, I don't. Couple words, glasnost.
Number 2, how did you communicate when you were over there as a delegate?
There were translators provided.
Number 1, how long from the time you lifted those 1-pound weights till the time you could bench press 400 pounds?
It was a number of years, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Did you use, number 2, did you use anybody as sort of a role model?
Yes, my brother Brian.
Older brother, younger brother?
Older brother.
Time's up, panel. Time now to vote for either number 1, number 2, or number 3. Our team of challengers will receive $500 for each incorrect vote, with a guarantee of $1,000. And if the panel is fooled completely, the team will receive $3,000. Panel, if you're ready to cast your ballots, let's begin with Ron.
Very, very tough, Gordon. I think all of them have the right answers, and the Wheaties being the breakfast of champions, any one of those 3 gentlemen could have their picture on there, but just because I guess we asked them more questions, number 2 had all the answers. So I went with number 2.
Cindy.
Number 2 definitely has the up look, you know, the fact that he's going to make the world and he's going to kill the world. He's got that. But number 3 has the upper part of his body that's very muscular and developed. So I go with number 3. I'd like to go with number 3 no matter where he went. Let's face it, you know.
Lynn Swan.
He can pick you up and take you for a ride. I don't know what's
I'm
going to
ready,
happen
baby.
after
I'm
that.
ready. Crack it up.
Okay, I was noticing number one kept looking over at like number two, like he was very interested in his story. I think anybody who is going through that kind of a thing, you might, you would have to admire what you've accomplished and what you're doing in your life. So I kind of got the impression it was number two. He seemed poised, the kind of guy you'd send over to Russia, to the Soviet Union, and do that kind of work. So I voted for number two.
Okay, and Betty White.
Well, I feel sure this time, and that's a sign that I'm certainly wrong, but I'm a hands person. I watched hands, and all of them were very handy with the wheelchair, but number two, somehow he locked the brake when he pulled up, and his hands on the wheels looked like they'd been on there for quite a while. I'd go for number two.
Okay, well, there we go. The votes are all in. The panel agrees, so this is going to be a disaster, as it always is. Let's find out who the real champion is. Will the real Doug Weir please lift up your box of Wheaties?
He's ready as well. He gave you all that stuff. He's ready as well.
Okay. They've done it again. There you go. Do you know that Lynn Swan has got one right in 5 days? One right. That's it. Okay, let me ask you, Doug. It is a plot. Doug, what's your favorite event?
Well, first I thought you were going to ask me to stand up, and I was disappointed. Well, to throw in the shot put, certainly.
Really?
And outside of that, women's mud wrestling, I think is...
Are you sure? That's one of my favorites, too. Congratulations on all your achievements. Great to have you here today. Doug Weir, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out who our imposters really are. Number two, you smooth-talking dude. What do you really do? What's your name?
My name is Bob Blongowitz. I'm an account manager with Sheraton Hotels. I have to say I was very honored to play Doug today. It was really...
Number three, one vote. What's your real name?
Hi, Cindy. My name is David Burson, and I'm a landscaper. And I'm also very happy to be able to work with Doug today.
And his number is number three. And we'll